Peaceful. Hey, yo, man. Oh, yeah? What's it, Miss Strachosaur? Mind if you, go take me on this, journey? You wanted me to explore the area? Figured I could use a guide. Sure. Alright. Hey, guys, I'm gonna be leaving to help her. Is that okay? Yeah, it's fine. How are my friends doing? Oh, they're doing good. They're doing alright. Alright. Let's go. Alright, first off, we probably should go visit where most of your other friends are, just so you can get a sense of what's going on with them. Alright. Alright, that's pretty much where most of your friends are. Everyone else, pretty much. This is where the parasaurs slash the more upright dinosaurs and the ankylosaurs live. Alright. I'm only here because those those big dudes over there that you'll meet probably later kicked me out. All because I didn't have long enough claws. Yeah, I don't mind those therizinosaurs, they're weird. Anyways, yeah. So wait, you lost your leg to a tyrannosaur? Yep. Wow, you've been able to keep on that long? Pretty much. Hope I'll get to be as tough as you one day. And then I'm telling you, these kids are crazy sometimes. Wow, they're all yours and your husband's? No, none of them are ours, actually. They're all just orphans that came here. Most of their parents are dead, pretty much. Or they're somewhere else right now. Out there in the wild. Oh, well, hopefully they find their way here. If they're not dead. This tree fell over. That's probably not a good thing, right? Nope, these trees need to stay up so they can grow. Fortunately, some of the people here are lazy as heck. Hey, I'm trying to relax, you know? End of the day, relax. Yeah. The adults are pretty lame. Yeah, they are. Oh, those kids. Crazy. Yeah, you do sleep all day. Yeah. Seems like my friends are doing alright here. Yep. It's pretty much everyone here. So, let's continue moving now, shall we? Alright. So, this is where the, therizinosaurs live. They're, interesting folk. There's not many of them. This is all that's left of their species in the valley. Yeah, I can tell that one's big. Yep. They grow pretty big. What are you doing over here? You don't have long claws. Not long enough. Yeah, not long enough. Shut up, you two. Yes, Mommy. Yes, Mommy. So they're all related to each other? Yep. There's actually two more of them around here. They look exactly the same. One's red, the other one's mostly black. They do some weird... They're kind of detectives. They're weird people. Man, these therizinosaurs are just straight up weird. Yeah, I could tell. Alright, let's get... How about we go to the stegosaurs? They're pretty much the only larger group in this area that we haven't seen. Alright. Alright, this is where the kentrosaur slash all the stegosaur relatives are. We probably should stop here first before we go see the stegosaurs. There's a lot of them. There's quite a bit of kentrosaurs. I just feel sad. Why? We had a kentrosaur friend. He died the day before we met you guys. I wish he could have made it. If he was just alive for like 2 more days, he could have been here with us. He always wanted to find other members of his kind. Heck, most of us always did. I just wish he could have made it. There's a lot that are lost here. A lot. What was that? Oh, it's coming from the tree. What are those? Those, my friend, are Quetzalcoatluses. They kind of are the sky keepers of the area. They guard most of this area. Protect us, kind of, from more aggressive birds from flying into the valley. That's pretty neat, actually. Yeah, they're pretty cool when they're not being jackass. Well, I'm sure they have reasons for being like that. Yeah, kind of do. Hey, you bozos! Why don't you keep going on your tour? Yeah, Yeah, why don't you keep going on your tour? Shut up there. Anyways, let's get going before I lose my head with these guys. They're annoying. Yeah, I can tell. Ugh. Sorry, the ground's a bit uneven here. Can tell. Well, this is the final part in our tour. The stegosaur herd. Holy God, there's a lot of stegosaurs. Get up. Okay, sorry. How many of them are there? A lot. Stegosaurs are probably the most abundant dinosaur in the valley. In total, there's like 25 separate herds within the entirety of Green Valley. The largest one is made up of almost 200 individuals. 200? I haven't even seen 100 stegosaurs. Or 50 for that matter. At most, I've seen like maybe 20 or 30 in a herd, but that's a lot. Yeah. Why is there so many of them? That's because the valley used to be just a stegosaur valley. Before the Green Valley was a sanctuary, it was mostly just a stegosaur valley. There were other species, but they were the ones that were the most abundant. They still are, in fact. The only ones that kind of come close to their numbers are the parasaurs, galleys, and the trikes. But that's it. Sauropods, they more than double. They triple us. Still. Every other species, there's like 10 times the amount of them than there are those. So you and your fellow Strachosaurs, I don't even want to imagine how many more of them how many times more there are of them than you guys. But there used to be a lot more. But the Majungasaurs came. What about those creatures? They came to the valley. They discovered it. When they came here, there wasn't that many of them, and they weren't killing that many of the stegosaurs. They were killing maybe 20 a day, which may seem like a lot, but there were so many of them here. There was thousands of stegosaurs in this valley. So their numbers were able to keep up. But then more and more carnivores came, more Majungasaurs mostly. They came, and more came, until it was to the point that 100 stegosaurs were almost dying every day. And since there was only a few thousand of them in the valley, that was really, really downgrading their numbers. It was getting so bad to the point that some of them just stopped laying eggs because they knew they wouldn't be able to keep their kids alive long enough to raise them to adulthood to keep the life cycle going. So a plan was made to save the valley / stegosaurs that were native here. Oof, oof. Are you okay, man? I'm fine. I fell. Ugh. You know, I'm just gonna lay here for a bit. I might as well just finish the story. How'd you get them out? We lured them out by leaving the valley. Many of us did. It was a big migration. Every dinosaur that was a herbivore left the valley. Very few stayed, and when they did, it was only to keep them. It was only to keep some of the species from leaving or getting killed. By the time most of everything was gone, they were starving, so they left this valley, and we took it back. Whatever was left of them here, we drove them out. We killed as many of them as we could, and we walled off this valley. Thanks to us in the Quetzals, they were able to keep them away. With them being larger than the Majungasaurs, they were keeping them away from this place. It was a disaster. It was a war zone, it felt like. Many lives were lost. But we won. We got the wall set up. A gate, what we call it, a gate. We used it to keep them out of the valley. We have guards at every section that could be of danger, and that's what we did, and we've been safe ever since. Only a few have gone in, and they didn't last long. We would usually, with how many of us there are, we would keep them at bay, and they would some carnivores just stopped coming here, or even trying. They just live outside the walls, waiting for whoever's unlucky enough to be killed. That's horrible. That's a lot of death. That sounds like you guys went. Yep, but the stegosaurus bounced back. And with the recent generation being born, as you can see, there's a lot of young stegosaurs here. Yeah. What the heck? Oh, what? Oh. Oh, yeah. What's wrong with that baby stegosaur? Why is there blood on him? He was a recent member to the valley. When we found him, he was injured. We thought he was going to survive, but he's only been here for a few days. It looks like this morning he must have died in his sleep. We don't have many deaths in the valley, so they're taking him away to the graveyard. What's a graveyard? Oh. It's a thing we've made here. Because there's no carnivores here, there's no way to really dispose of the bodies, so... And we don't want them to just rot there where people are eating, and we don't want people to see that. It's gross. So we turned a little section of the valley into a place where we dump dead bodies in. Just to keep it so that there's not corpses and skeletons everywhere. Although sometimes we do find bones still around. They're very far between, and they're usually really deep underground. Given how long it's been since a body's been let to rot in this area. Oh. Do you think I could go see it, maybe? Just to see what it looks like? Sure, that is the last place on my tour. Then you can go back to your friends. Let's go. Besides, I think he's gonna probably follow us. He's taking that body there already. Alright. Whoa. Yep. Welcome to the graveyard. Dinosaur, the Green Valley graveyard. This is also where one of the last where a big tree fell many years ago. It was one of the first and one of the only to fall. No one knows what happened to the rest of it. All that remains is the stump of it. But it's where we marked their graveyard. This is one of the only fallen trees that we know of. Yeah. There, my work's done. I'm going back to my herd. Alright. Oof. Oh my. There's a lot of fossils here. Wait. Is that a kid? He's dead. We dragged him over here earlier today. Looks like another kid died. Man. Sick. But we don't have many deaths in the valley. And if we do, it's usually of old age or just wounds you suffered from outside the valley before you came in. Why is there carnivore skeletons? Remember the story I told you? Oh. Are those bodies of the carnivores? Yep. We mostly dragged most of them outside. At least they were close enough to the front gate to drag them out. But some of them were just too far into the valley, so we just dragged them out here and dumped them. That's why there's some carnivore bodies. Although a lot of them are old, as you can tell, as they're starting to fall apart. They're skeletons. So a lot of skeletons here. Yep, mostly of ceratopsians. There's a few hadrosaurs, skeletons lying around, but it's mostly ceratopsians or old carnivore bodies. Yeah, that's pretty much it. This is the graveyard. There's not less or more to say about it. I can tell. Anyways, I'm hoping to see your meeting later tonight. What do you mean meeting? Oh, you haven't heard about it? We do a meeting later tonight. We'll tell you what it's going to be about when you get there. Everyone's going to be there. At least everyone in this area, the valley. Oh. Well, I'll be there. And I'm sure all your friends will be there too. Alright, just wanted to tell you. See you later. Alright. New life. Probably should go check on my sons. I don't know what they're doing. Alright.